guys, Sizzle here, and today we're going to be going over high demand items, and what they normally sell for in the lower ranges, because I don't really have experience with the higher ones, even though I have 11k wrap now. To start off, we got the Shaggy, which tends to go from 50 to 70 wrap, but mostly it's 60 to 70. Let's go to the next one. The Cuddly Koala is 40 to 50 wrap. It tends to not go for higher, but it does. But yeah, it's like not, you don't really want to trade it then. The Schneider Boy goes from like 220 to like 260. It's a pretty big range, but that's it. The Deluxe Ninja Sword Pack goes from 1,000 to 1,200, but normally it really goes for like 1,000 to 1,100. Then we get the next one, which is the Deluxe Gaming Headset, which goes from about like 600 to 700, and sometimes it can go up to 750. And if it's selling for lower, that's really not what it trades for. Like you'd see it's lower now, but it's not really what people would trade for it. We get the Neon Green Beautiful Hair, which tends to go from like 2,200 to 2,600, regardless of what it's at. Like as you can see, it's dropped pretty low, but this is what it normally trades for right here. Right now, as you can see, it's selling for 2,600 and wrap is 2,200, so it's pretty much like perfect. Then we have the Bucket. Wait, no, sorry, the Steampunk Robin Hood, which tends to go from 100 to like 115. Doesn't really get to 120 normally. Yeah, I see right there. That's what it normally trades for. We have the Perfectly Legitimate Business Hat, which tends to sell for like 2,300 to 3,000, which you might see is a big range, but like what it really does sell for is 2,600 to 23,000, but like people tend not to buy at those prices. That's why 2,300 is there. Then we have the Bucket, which comes from like 3k to 4k, is what I see it go for, but what it tends to sell for is like 3,500 to 4k. And then yeah, that's that one. We have the Purple Hood, which goes from like 100 to like 130. Like the Valkyrie Helm's also high demand, but I don't trade with it, so I don't know what it actually goes for. The Crimson Worth goes for 100 to 110. The Profit Vision Goggles go from about like 200 to like 260, like 250. We have Green Bandit Top Hat, which goes from about like 2,500 to 3,000, and it's a lot more high demand. And we have, let's see, is there some Kali Kraken goes from about like 750 to 900, and it tends to average about that. It's a pretty big range there. See, we have the Neon Party Mask, which tends to go from 350 to 400 in items, regardless of what it's worth. The Commando, on the other hand, is like the weirdest, because it tends to go, because it's such high demand, but like for some reason people sell it for less. It goes from like 1,400 to 2,000, but what people tend to sell it for is like, sorry, I meant 1,200 to 2,000. But what people tend to sell it for is 1,400 to 1,600, or like 1,500 to 1,600. And I'm currently selling mine for 1,600 in items, so I'm looking for, not like gears and stuff. And we have the Rainbow Omega Fedora, which can go from 750 to about 900. Sometimes it goes to like 1,000 to 1,100. But what it tends to do is like 750 to 900. Even though currently, like as you can see, it's at 800. So like the true range is like 750 to 1,000. So I tend to see it go for. Then we have the Dark Omen, which is not as high demand as most of the other things on this list, but it's pretty high demand. It goes from like 850 to 950. Bucket of the Sea goes from 1,000 in good items to 1,000 like 200 in bad items. That's what it tends to go for. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't really. Yeah, we have the Helm of. Let's see. Option A there. Helm of the Secret Fire, which goes from about 3,000 to 3,500. Even though its current wrap is 2,400, that's what it normally sells for. As you can see, the sell price is correct. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.